Yo, all right. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazira Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Whew, that was close. Cutting it close. How to get the charger, the tablet like it on its last leg, so I had to go get that real quick. Anyhow, family, greetings and welcome to another episode of Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we incorrect, you can call and correct us. There ain't no issue. Inbox, y'all know already. Message, WhatsApp, whatever is convenient. Send a pigeon. It's all good. Yeah. So we give thanks, man. Welcome again. Make sure you know how it go. Yeah. All right. So we there, family. Greetings again. I know I gotta definitely apologize for Friday. Bills, man. Bills. All I can say is bills, man. Just you gotta pay your dues, man. You gotta pay your dues. There's just no way around that. Anyhow, we have an interesting night tonight. We're gonna touch on some things. I got a question, man. What are Semitic people? I think we're gonna touch on this thing once and for all, because folks been asking me why I think about this, why I think about that. Kanye West and all that's going on, and man. Yeah. So I got to definitely tell a friend. I got a few folks that say, make sure you shout me and let me know when you're coming on, right? So I got to do that myself. So anyhow, before I go do that, let me just go ahead and play a tune real quick. Family, I see you, Natasha. I see you. I like the fact. Daffodil, I see you too. Miss Weeks, I see you. Upful and joyfulness to you as well. For sure. Andre, you don't know how you go. Shout out to all the Black Lion security. In and out and about. Loving it. But I can tell tonight, I don't know, boy. They might shut this down after tonight. For sure. I ain't got no contracts to lose, really. I ain't got no Adidas contracts, nothing like that. So what they gonna do? Did you still gonna shut me down? But enough is enough. Enough is enough, Rastafari. Speaking of Rastafari, I got to shout out to my family in Trinidad, the whole clique, 3 queens. Shout out to Queen Omega, Jalifa, and without question, the one and only and the famous. It was Thunder. What was it? What was it again? It was Thunder. It was Kashite. Who was Kashite? We know that the volcano is Jalifa. We know that. We know that the tornado would be Kashite. And of course, we know that the storm would have been Queen Omega without question. Ain't playing. But shout out to the family. I want to drop a joint for my sister in though, for sure. And I think it's only right that we put this on the map. Where is it? I had it right here just now. One of my joints personally. I'm playing this tonight on purpose, family.
The Lion of Judah.
Pay attention, family. Don't tell a friend to tell a friend, man.
He was a mild-mannered monarch with one the respect and admiration of Jamaicans.
What is Semitic people, family? Go tell a friend and tell a friend. Y'all don't want to miss this tonight at all.
And one of the elders sent unto me, will not be on the line of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, and prevail to open up the book and loose the 7 seals thereof.
Check it out.
Yeah. Almost hail the king. Hail Selassie I the king.
Rastafari.
Yeah. Almost hail the king.
Get him out.
Hail Selassie I the king. Who ride upon the heavens, I a reign soldier. Clothed in majesty, you will see Oja. Come 2nd of November 1930, Jah. It's just a city, I read that is Ethiopia. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Satama Sagana, Lion Lakambisia. Direct descent of Solomon and Queen of Sheba. King Alpha and Omega, Abuna. Yeah. Almost hail the king. Hail
Peace, boy.
Selassie, I the
Definitely want to
king.
meet you tonight, Alex. Alex, it's your night.
Yeah,
Tell a friend, family.
almost said the king.
Y'all pull this thing. Hold on.
Undaunted by the driving rain, a sea of faces awaited at the Palisados airport the arrival of a living
I don't
legend.
want to miss this.
To some, he was the king of
Somebody go
kings,
call
the lion of Judah, even a god. But to most, he was a mild-mannered monarch who won the respect and admiration of the nations.
Conquering land of the tribe of Judah. That's the only thing he missing, man. Don't forget that street.
And one of the elders saint unto me, weep not beyond the land of the tribe of Judah, the root of David hath prevailed to open up the book and loose the seven seals thereof. Yeah. Almost hail the king. Hail ye. Selassie, I the king.
All right, family. Tell a friend.
Yeah, ye. Almost hail the king. Hail ye. Selassie, I the king.
Family, heart. Thumbs up.
Ride up on the heavens, I a reign soldier. Clothed in majesty, you will see Oja. Come 2nd of November 1930, Jah. It's just a city, I read that is Ethiopia. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Satama Sagana Lion Lakambisia. Direct descent of Solomon and Queen of Sheba. King Alpha and Omega Abuna. Yeah, almost hail the king. Hail you. Selassie, I the king. Yeah, almost hail the king. Hail you. Selassie, I the king. Who come for conquering to conquer who will see Oja. Revelation chapter 6 it show us plainly Jah. He ride up on the heavens by his name Oja. Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia.
Yes.
Oh Lord, excellent is the Oja. Lord of the abyss and heaven see Oja. Rastafari me a creator. Him a the globe, the scepter protector. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
almost hail the king. Hail you. Selassie, I the king.
That's Rasta.
Yeah, you. Almost
Had a
hail
great
the
conversation
king.
today.
Hail you. Selassie, I the king.
Yes, family. Go tell a friend, man.
Ride up on the heavens like a rain soldier. Clothed in majestic, who will see Oja. From 2nd of November 1930. It's just a city, I read that is Ethiopia. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Satama Sagana Lion Lakambisia. Direct descent of Solomon and Queen of Sheba. King Alpha and Omega Abuna. Yeah, almost hail the king.
Almost hail the king.
Hail you. Selassie, I the king.
Of course, it will be bitter.
Yeah, almost hail the king.
Of course, it will be bitter, man.
Selassie, I the king.
Yes. It's all right, though, family. We understand, man. Tell a friend, family. Tell a friend, family. Politically incorrect, live and in full effect. Live and fully effect. Yes, family. Yes, family. Almost hail the king, family. Almost hail the king, family. Yes, Rastafari. Loving the energy, man. Loving the energy. Always. That was the people like the Jalifa from Trinidad, family across the water, sister from another mother, blessed love, Rastafari, one is one, the house of Jah. Yeah, though, it's like, though. Yeah, feeling the vibes tonight, though. I miss y'all on Friday, for sure. Miss y'all like cooked food, like granny cooked food on Sunday, man. Miss y'all like granny cooked food on Sunday, for real. Yeah, Stolen African, I see you. It's all good. You're the family. So I hope everyone had an upful and joyful, weekend. and looking to move forward in a stronger way. You know what I mean? The weekend, moving forward strong, and this magnificent Monday. So much is going on here. So much. Yeah, though. Yeah, circumstances. I hate to be the bearer of some not so good news, but I won't give you the bad news first. I give you the not bad. It's not bad news. It's it's news. It's an update, not even news. It's an update. I got to give you all an update as to what's going on. I'm gonna give you all that in a minute though, but first I want to get into this right off the top. I ain't even playing around. There's a few things we want to discuss. I think these people have the gall, I mean the absolute gall to do something that, as far as they're concerned, should not have been done. And they want to put it to you tonight and ask a question. Like, they for real? Like, this for real? Like, I just want to know if this was for real. So I gonna put this up here now. I mean, let's go put this up here now. Let me just go and share this because I don't even know if they had the gall to do this. Like, I couldn't even believe they did this. So, Barbados Revenue Authority, right? So I came across this on, in my perusing, going through the whole, looking for my information, doing some research and stuff. And so I said, well, let me bring this to the people and ask a question, cause them for real? I said, them can't be for real, man. Them can't be for real. So let me bring it to you and ask a question, because it could be wrong at times. So let me just ask a question so you could tell me if this is real, because I began to think, Barbados is not a real place. Anyhow, let me just go play this real quick, and you could tell me what you think about this real quick. Let me just make sure the volume up.
Following the offer last year to delinquent taxpayers, we have had numerous persons engage with us to apply for waivers of interest and to make payment arrangements to settle their debt. This particular collections exercise focuses on just over 10,000 property owners who have not engaged with the authority on their arrears. Through this initiative, the authority is seeking to recover approximately $247 million in outstanding land tax, inclusive of penalties and interest.
Okay. Y'all heard that? Give me some feed for it. Let me do a little interactive thing tonight. Give me some feed for it. Y'all heard that? Yeah. Carol Williams Gill is saying that the Barbados Revenue Authority is seeking to recover 247 M's as a million in outstanding land tax. Now, look, man, let me just take a minute here for a second. Let me just answer this question real quick. How comes, right, the Barbados Revenue Authority, in look to recover the missing money from the Auditor General report, the hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars at this point? I mean, I done lost count, quite frankly. How come they didn't look to recover that money, but they're going after land tax, which, family ain't going to tell you this, man. The land can belong to you. You still paying a tax on it. That's like, the tax is a fancy word for rent. I can pretend to sell you this land, but if you don't pay me the amount of money that you owe me in land tax, if you fail to pay it, I'm going to come and take it back. So let me see if I get this straight. Correct me if I'm wrong. I ain't past the bar, but I know a little bit, enough to know these politicians won't. Well, check this out. You go ahead and you bought some land, you tell yourself you want to buy a piece of the rock. Okay, if that's how they do it now. And you go on and you work hard and you save up, whatever you did, you took up this mortgage or whatever it is, a loan or however you want to do it. This thing, you bought this land and put a house on it, whatever. Bam. Paying, you done paid off your mortgage and everything now, and the land tax. You paying a mortgage and a land tax. It's crazy. Anyhow, so you finished pay off the mortgage, got it covered, but you kind of late on the land tax. A few years went by, you COVID, you ain't had the money, you lost your job because of the scam and all the nonsense. Plus, you didn't take the job, so they said you couldn't come work anymore because you was a threat to everybody else. So you had to stay home. So all of a sudden now, they're saying that you owe them some paper. And if you ain't paying them paper, they're looking to take back this land that they sold you. despite the fact that it go on a property. Anyhow, how exactly does that work, by the way, if you're paying taxes on a land? Like, how that, I just answered the question. I'm being facetious, family. I don't even know. I don't know how that works, man. You can't legally buy stolen property. And since how the land was stolen in the first place, you can't really buy stolen property. I think that's against the law. So I'm sure the idea of buying land is a real fraud. That's why government always looking to take back your land without asking you and all kind of stuff, and taking it because it's a national security issue. We need to acquire this land on the, like St. Lawrence Gap or something, a bunch of rhetoric and stuff. But they said the delinquent landowners have to be big people to accumulate so much debt. Well, you would like to think so. But I bet you, right, that most of the places that got this large estates, these plantations with all this land, hundreds of acres on it, you can imagine what they... Listen, I bet you, right, any amount of money that these plantations that still being controlled by the descendants of those who control it then, and I said that eloquently if I'm not mistaken, I bet you that they don't pay as much as you think they should in comparison to the average man who got a house on a little spot. Bet they're paying pennies on the acres compared to you paying hundreds on the square feet. Woo. That can miss a lot of people though. But anyhow. What I want to know is why they don't go after the money that was missing from the Auditor General report. And see, everybody doing these investigations. What happened to the Auditor General report? Further back, what happened to the files that Miss Motley had in the bag of the administration before that she served Frondell and St. Clair and the rest, and the Lashleys and all the other rest? They claim, note the word I'm using, claim she had the bag of evidence with the misappropriation and mismanagement and corruption dealing with funds. Where did that money go? Where did that bag go? It went missing, family. It went missing. You know what I mean? And I don't know you. I don't know how this thing really working, man. I don't know how they gonna work this out, man. But anyhow, we gonna figure this out. What I want to do now though is pushing the clutch a little bit and ask another question. Because this thing with corruption and government, they don't want to investigate the missing funds. They don't want to go after the missing funds. And by the way, whatever happened to the investigation, the inquiry up at Government Industrial School and the files where they said they realized that there was some evidence to be handed to the police? Why would they need to hand over? This is the thing, family. They said they're going to hand over the evidence to the police. The investigation, what the findings of the investigation. Why would they need to hand over the findings of the investigation over to the police unless they recognize within the investigation that some crimes were committed? I mean, if there were no crimes committed, what's the point of handing it to the police? But they hand the files according to the guys. We're gonna hand it according to Wilfred. According to him, he gonna hand it over to the police. And whatever happened to that, family? Barbados in a real place. They've been doing madness for years, decades, and they think they're getting away with it. But they look time longer than twine here. I'm telling you. Whatever happened to that, family? The abuse that they recognized that was going on, the alleged sexual assault charges and physical abuse charges, and the evidence that we brought forward on this same platform. We know that we have it. 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 A few people have it. Anyhow, Barbados is not a real place, man. Nevertheless, whatever happened to the inquiry with the students at the school and the survey / tests? What happened to the investigation, inquiry into that, the committee? Nothing. Hold these people accountable. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me play this first. Hold on a minute, man. Not a real place, man.
People and government of the Republic of Malawi.
President Lazarus Chakwera spared no wrath this time in dealing with anyone caught in graft cases, even if men of authorities are involved. The stripped vice president has not yet commented on the corruption allegations. The president cited a report made available by the Malawian Anti-Corruption Bureau, ACB, listing 53 current and former officials as receiving money from British Malawian businessman Zunaid Sattar between 2017 and 2021.
Corruption comes in many forms, and the opportunities to succumb to it in this country abound. But you must resist it at every turn.
Rastafari.
Because if you do not follow the law will follow you.
Rastafari.
And if you think that I will use my office to save you from facing a law you have broken, then you are gravely mistaken.
The case is linked to 16 contracts that the Malawi Police Service and the Malawi Defense Force awarded to 5 companies belonging to Mr. Sattar. The Vice President and the sacked head of police are amongst the officials named in the report. The action of the President to sack an elected officer is a matter of contention in Malawi's law, as it does not allow the President to suspend an elected official without due process in which Parliament must be involved. On Tuesday, the President said in a national address, "The best I can do for now, which is what I have decided to do, is to withhold from his office any delegated duties while waiting for the Bureau to substantiate its allegations against him."
You are here to serve.
That's right.
Not to rule.
That's right.
Or boast. Occupying high office is not a license to act high and mighty. The people of Malawi are your bosses, not your subjects.
In January this year, President Chakwera warns against corruption as he sacked 7 ministers over graft concerns.
I'm telling you, man, this man right here set of presidents, man. He going after all of them ministers. All of them. Like, come here. Enough is enough, family. And that's the kind of leadership we are looking for in Barbados and throughout the region. We're going to start right here in BIM, set of presidents. Because you know all the other islands be looking up to Barbados, right? We're going to set of presidents in Barbados, man. Y'all not going to get away. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you. Guarantee you, man. It's crazy. Yep. Getting paired, right? All right. Wrath of God is swiftly coming. It's a fact, family. It's a fact, man. Man, see, it's avoid corruption at all costs, man. Y'all keep doing this and doing this. You know what it is? That's how you know, right, that the plantocracy is still in play, you know, because they run around with seemingly impunity, doing whatever the hell they feel like, and nothing to be said, nothing to be done. The situation with the school children, you ain't hear a word about that. Matter of fact, you ain't hear nothing from the Minister of Education, the Chief Education Officer, the Permanent Secretary. You don't even hear nothing from the Prime Servant. Not a word about the players cutting ribbons and all kind of stuff, and not a word. You know, don't even discuss the Cliff Restaurant and the land that is in court right now. Don't even bring that up. Let me bring that up, man. Seriously speaking, you cutting ribbons and a property that involving a court case regarding stolen property. I mean, crazy. Look, man, you know what it is, man? I know what it is, man. I know what it is, man. I know what it is, man. I ain't gonna say what it is, man. And as if that's, look, as if this wasn't enough, right, family? As if this wasn't enough. Then you got this other madness here going on. Like I tell you, Barbados is not a real place. Not a real place. If that wasn't sufficient, you got this madness going on. One thing after the other. One thing after the other. So check this out, man. They got the nerve, right? They got the nerve. Barbados Broadcast Authority launches Think Before You Click campaign. A Think Before You Click campaign. It's a, yo, let me just run this real quick, man. Let me just run this real quick. Y'all gotta listen to this stuff. You can't make this stuff up.
It is subject to increasing political pressures. This will have a profound effect in the coming years. And the Barbados Broadcasting Authority has made representation for the Broadcasting Act and regulations as they currently exist to be updated to meet that future. Digital convergence is resulting not only in telecoms companies getting into content, but technology service providers operating at the telecommunications level. This convergence creates complexities in many areas, from DNS protocols and cybercrime to content issues like hate speech and disinformation.
growing problem that we have in Barbados right now in terms of misinformation and fake news, which has been permeating and is being widely spread throughout social media. And the purpose of this campaign is to address that matter.
It is subject to.
The purpose of this campaign is to address that matter. Well, let me address your matter here, madam. Politically incorrect here to stay. Y'all can't stop this campaign. Listen, first of all, too many people in Barbados on social media, quote unquote, disseminating disinformation. Disseminating disinformation. You see, the language is clear. What y'all need to do is put a muzzle on the government that be lying to the people. Lying to the people. As a matter of fact, the same trap you lay down for people, right? Gonna catch you. The same very trap you lay for people is we're gonna catch you. I'm telling you. They bring out laws and it's like, you can't make this stuff up, man. Shout out to the peoples though, shout out to the resistance, man. You know, we resisting the tomfoolery, according to my people, the tomfoolery. Shout out to my people, by the way. Y'all know who you be. This tomfoolery y'all dealing with is crazy. Anyhow, without going any further in this thing here, let me get to, cyber crimes and hate speech and disinformation. Listen, I wish y'all would, man. Like, I wish you would. Please call my name in something, nah? I beg when please let me drop some files online. Disturb the whole piece of the place, man. Give thanks to the inbox crew, though. Give thanks to them messages, them clips, them videos, them voice notes, and them pictures, man. As y'all ready, man. As when they're ready. When they can really disinformation, I'm going to drop disinformation. Yo! I wonder what's in the bottle, too. It might be way in the bottle. Don't worry about that right now, though. Yeah. Anyhow, family, let me get into this. Semitic people, family. Semitic people. Semitic people, they got the nerve, right? They got the nerve. They got this lady right here looking like, with a, I don't even know. Look, man, it's all good. Everybody trying to get a paycheck. I wish y'all would, man. I dare y'all to write that legislation. I dare y'all, man. Put it in motion. Watch what happens. The same trap y'all once set. Watch it. As a matter of fact, speaking of trap, let me say this real quick. I wonder if I should drop this one real quick. Yeah, I'm going to give you one more. Just because of that. I'm going to give you one more. I'm going to give you one more. Let me see. This is the one I want to share. I could share this one, but I could do this one too. Maybe this one is the better one. I'm going to give you all a short clip. Real quick. Can you see this here? Can y'all see this? I don't know if you can see it clearly. This is a doctor, professor at Stanford. This is not me. This is not some guy down the road with a video and a phone making threats. This is not the other fella that be trying to be politically correct with his diction and all that stuff. Hold on a minute.
The vaccines themselves, there are now those starting to say we're not quite so sure about the long-term
Let me get here, man.
Do you have a view on how good the vaccines are and whether they were carefully evaluated?
The evaluation of the vaccines relied on a randomized controlled trial. In a randomized trial, there are tens of thousands of people who were assigned either randomly to the vaccine arm or to a control group. The trials didn't ask and didn't check whether it stopped you from getting infected with COVID at all. Maybe you had very mild infection. It also didn't check to see if you died from COVID or other things. It didn't have enough people in the trials. Tens of thousands turns out to be not enough to check to see if there's a effect on severe disease and death in the trials. What we learned in the process after the trial, the vaccines were released, is that in fact, the vaccines are not very effective at stopping you from getting COVID. It's not very effective at stopping the transmission of COVID.
So the vaccines themselves, there are now those starting to say we're not quite so sure about the long-term impacts. Do you have a view on how good the vaccines are and whether they were carefully evaluated?
The evaluation...
They were not carefully evaluated. They did not tell you certain things up front. We already know this, going and coming. Oh, this is a guy from Stanford University talking. It's a whole, an hour-long interview, and he just gave it up. He gave it up. He himself gave it up. He said he got the shots, yeah, and in 4 months, he was sick with COVID, and he broke it down. The thing is, that's one of them. As a matter of fact, let me put this link up. I mean, let me share the link for this here. Y'all gotta go watch this whole thing. It's worth watching. It is worth watching. Let me go ahead and post this link real quick. Let me just go ahead and post this right here. Let me just grab this whole thing here and copy this and put this up, family. You got to go and watch this interview. It is worth it. You may not agree with everything he's saying, but he dropping the science and giving the information, giving you the science of the matter. Because this is a science guy. He's from the university. Both him and his other guests are both international accredited doctors, published. Go see who this guy is. The thing is, this is already on YouTube, and they ain't reported, they ain't nothing. So it ain't got to worry about pulling me down on this one. Go check it for yourself, man. The same trap y'all set. Same trap y'all set. Because like he said, there's going to be a review and a hearing on this at some point in time. He doesn't know when, but it's going to have to be. Because the reality is, some things have gone a bit wrong. You think? Anyhow, go check that out. But in the meantime, family, let's push in the clutch real quick and take this on another level, man. Give me a second. Yes. Guess who's Bizak? Okay, where is it? Okay, I got it here now. So this is what I want to get into right now. The question I asked tonight is, who are the Semitic people? All this talk with Kanye West, this and that, anti-Semitic, this and that. On the real though, family, see, thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. The truth shall make you free. And what they don't want you to know is the truth. Now, I have a lot of information as well on that tonight. Let me see if I can find the other one real quick. Man, I don't even know if I did. Yes, I did download it. This is too long for me to play. This is a bit too long for me to play, so I'm going to play it. But I'm going to play this other video first, then I'm going to get into the other one. So go check this out real quick. Let me just go and share the screen real quick here. What we got right here? Oh, yeah. Listen, go get your pen and a paper, or you can screenshot this. Let me think here. Maybe, what can I do? Give me a sec. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me. If you don't have a Black's Law dictionary, you can get one online. There's some other books you can find online in PDF form. But write this information down, family. Right now you see a lot of people in Barbados. You see a lot of young people in the community adopting Islam as a faith and whatnot. And let's take a look at this, family. Let me just put this up first. Go take a look at this, man. Let me get into this real quick. Go write this information down, family. Write this down.
They say Kanye anti-Semitic. Let's connect the dots. Recedes anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism. It's a noun. Year 1882. Hostility towards or discrimination against the Jews as a religion, ethnic, or racial group. Anti-Semitic. Anti-Semite. Now, who was the original Semites? Recedes. Semite. Noun, a member of a group of the Semitic-speaking people of the Near East, Northern Africa, including the Arabs, Ethiopian, Hebrews, and Phoenicians. A Jew. Bible, descendant of Shem. Book reference, the Jew, a Negro. Semitic race, Assyrians, Hebrews, and Phoenicians. Now, what is the word Semitic describing? Semitic, adjective, of or relating to the Semites or their languages or culture, of or relating to or being a subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic language group that includes Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic. So the real Jews are a Jew, an Arab, Ethiopian, Hebrews, Phoenician, and also Afro-Asiatics, according to the Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary, 10th edition, and the American Heritage College Dictionary, received all Afro-Asiatics, the Jews, will be considered or described as Egyptians, Berbers, Cushites, Chaldaic subfamilies. So the original Jews was described as Berbers? More, a noun, a member of a Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent, now living chiefly in Northwest Africa. So Afro-Asiatic, Jew, Hebrew, Egyptian, Berber are all Moors? From the Oxford Universal Dictionary, Moor, mixed Berber or Arab race, mostly black or very swarthy, a Negro. So what did they mean by calling these Moors, Berber, Jews swarthy? Swarthy, of a dark color, complexion, or caste. So as you can see, the Jewish Semites are the swarthy, of a dark color, complexion, Afro-Asiatic, Egyptian, Berber, Arab race known as Moors. Now that we know the original Semites were dark Arab Moors, the Jews, so who are these imposters trying to cancel Kanye? Can't cancel the truth. They say Kanye
Okay, you cannot
anti-Semitic.
cancel the truth. You cannot cancel the truth. My part about this was the Ethiopian, Amharic. Now, Amharic as a language is one of the original language of Ethiopia. And the thing is, it's a Semitic language. That's the thing. It's a Semitic language. So wait a minute. So conquering land of the tribe of Judah, the Jews is what come from Judah, the 12 tribes of Israel, Hebrew. This thing deep, yo. Shout out to what they call the redundancy of the word, two words, black Jews, which is just crazy, just by virtue of the language itself. Black Jew is descriptive in describing the Jew that is black, meaning something totally different than what we think it means. Yeah, though. So when these Jewish people, Ashkenazi, get up and start talking about, they this and they that, you can't say this and you can't say that. Family, I mean, this is the secret they all been hiding, your identity. So they got you thinking you Bajan. They got you thinking you Lucian. They got you thinking you Vincentian, you Trini, you Guyanese, you all these E's and E's, but you suffering. And unless you cut your brother's throat and be corrupt as ever and be wicked as ever and do all manner of evil on this earth, you ain't getting no forward. Not to mention these pronouns they're trying to introduce: he, she, it, cat, dog, garbage can, truck. Madness. So this is the world we're living in. So the question now is, okay, since they're trying to keep you so busy and away from all the truth, then what is it they're trying to hide? Your identity. Your identity. So now they don't want you talking and saying certain things, because the minute you start talking truth and speaking truth to power, it becomes an issue. So who are the Semitic people? The Semitic people are us. We are the Semitic people, the Semites. I mean, go look it up, family. Go look it up. So then, who are these people that are threatening Kanye, proving his point, basically? Now, why am I bringing up Kanye tonight? Like, why? Okay. You just saw the commercial about they bringing in this cyber police, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. Like, you could come online and speak, but you cannot say nothing against the so-called establishment. You got to fall in line and just do as you are told. Okay? Can't say nothing. You got to obey, or else we'll come for you. So they'll shut down your platform and tell you, I've been through this before. They shut that down. So now imagine this: digital ID. So you got this digital ID thing going on. Okay. And guess what? You don't comply with what they're telling you you need to do. Well, the same way they shut down your social media account for posting something. I had a doctor on here, Dr. Anderson. Big up to Paul, by the way. Paul Anderson, Dr. Paul Anderson, man, doing great work. If you don't know who that is, go Google it. Trinidadian, Caribbean born, fighter. And information is shared about this whole process and what happened in the last 2 years. We call it, I can't even call that word, man. Like, I don't even want to say certain words. That's how deep this thing is. You say certain words, I got you. Shut it right down. Free speech. You can't even speak free no more. That's how deep this thing is. They shut it right down. If they could do that with your social media platform that they control, what do you think they're going to do with an ID card? The Trident ID. Not the Barbados Trident ID card. The Trident ID card. It's a Trident ID. I don't even know if y'all realize he's scamming that here. But we gonna get to it. We're working on some stuff. This is exciting times. I am so excited. Yeah. You can tell, right? I can't even contain it, man. I feel like I'm less like, whew, about to moonwalk up in this piece, man. Billie Jean it. Yo. But anyhow, that's my thing though, family. Right now is like I said, you can't make this stuff up. They trying their best to put things in perspective, but the reality is we got to reach a point where we could start talking truth about the matter, start having discussions, start doing some research, start doing some studies amongst your family, and more important, like I said before, get back to how should I say family? Let me put it that way, because the attack is family right now. Get back to communicating, get back to interacting. Find a little time at night to delegate that to the family. Tonight, whether even you can't do it every night, pick a night of the week, and just the family come together and sit down and discuss some of the social issues that bother the children, that dealing with the adults. Just talk. Just and you can even have a little fun night. Do something for fun. Play games, board games, whatever the case is. Have a fun night and just spend time with family. Because right now, I mean, communication is the key. They're trying all kind of stuff. Somebody said that today's paper had an article on the vaccine scandal with Eminem. Send me the inbox me a copy, WhatsApp a copy, get it to me ASAP, and let me see what we could do. We ready. You know how it goes, man. I see you, Jackie. Wendy, I see you too. So that's what's going on, family. A lot of stuff is happening, and we cannot stop to really process it. Really and truly. When it comes to this thing here, man, you cannot make this up. And there's some who will have you believe it's best to go forward. So the strategy would be to get rid of the older folks, get into the minds of the children, teach the children certain doctrine and philosophies. One of my daughters came and told me that a friend of hers at school, well, an ex-friend, they were friends before, but now she came and told her that she was gender fluid. So she asked her, well, what does that mean? Said she was fluid. And I mean, she said it was absolute madness to this. What she explained is like, nah, we ain't even cool no more. Like, I'm not even supporting that. And I was proud to hear that. Like, yeah, yeah, this is crazy. So teach the children all this madness. Get rid of the older folks. So when the children get of age, they're easier to control, because train up a child in the way he or she should go. And I use he or she not necessarily as a pronoun, but descriptive. I don't even know. And here's the worst part. Parents busy trying to keep the roof over their head. Financial situation doesn't make it any easier. The neglect is a factor in the whole thing. And then we got the music and the media, and now the social media especially. Isn't it funny how they don't even discuss the social media that is influencing the children in the most negative way? Is it funny how they don't put a task force to regulate the music that be on CBC radio that is controlled by the government, that promote violence and disrespect towards each other and in the black or black communities? Isn't it funny how they don't put nothing wholesome or uplifting to the degree of empowering the people in terms of forums and discussions, or rebroadcasting politically incorrect? That's that little plug. No, but they want to regulate the disinformation and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they promoting anarchy, chaos, and wickedness in high and low places. Meanwhile, the majority of the people sit back and act as if they don't want to get involved, as if they're not already involved. You know what I mean? Communication between families and those who you actually care about. Facts, man. Facts. Family first, family. Family first. I see you, Sharon. Greetings to you too, family. Well, I said I got some news to share tonight, an update. And the update is with regards to the visit of Her Excellency Dr. Arikana Shikambori Kwa. To my understanding, it's being postponed till further notice. So when the details come in, I'll be able to share that. Maybe on Wednesday, I have a little bit more to bring to you regarding that. But as of now, for what I have been told, that visit has been postponed for unforeseen circumstances. So I'll be able to bring you more on Wednesday regarding that exactly. In the meantime, family, there's a number of clips. Wait, speaking of clip, they want to post that video. There you go. Yeah. This is the video I said earlier regarding the guys from Stanford. I wanted to post that, but I also wanted to post a video that I came across with her doing an interview that I think is very, 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 very relevant now. Let me just go get it really quick. Here you go. I see it. I want to get this real quick. This is older one, but I want to put this up as well for those who may not know who she is. Yeah, I just want to post this really quick. When y'all get a chance, go and check this particular link out for sure. Go check this out and listen carefully to what is being shared. I think it's very, 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 very important that you do so with your family as well. If you can go watch with your family, even better. Let me put this up here. She shares a lot of information about a lot of different things, and I think this is very relevant in this time. We have to promote anybody who's pushing the agenda to uplift and empower the people. We have to recognize them and give them the platform to do so freely. So I definitely want to shout out to the ambassador, Her Excellency Dr. Arikana Shihambori Kwa. And I think that we can do good by forwarding these different videos and sharing her message with our family and friends. We share a lot of other things, sometimes things that may not be even as important. You know, someone told me that Shafet has a new menu. Yo, I may have to drive through and see what they talk about. I don't know if it's the lentil roti or not, but it's great. Barbados is not a real place, man. I'm telling you, it's not a real place, man. But I think I'm a pass on anything that ain't idle. So we out of that. But anyhow, family, go check this out. You share a lot. Share this one for sure. Wait, hold on a minute. And yes, some staff was sent home. And it's 4 months. Some staff haven't called EBC, not getting response about our money. Heaven Hoyt, you gotta give me some insight on this here, right here. What's going on? Yes, it is a scam. I worked for 3 months overtime at that ID project, and July and September was threatened from the CEO of Election Boundaries Commission. If we don't work overtime, we will be sent home. Wow, look at news coming out. Just so. And yes, staff. Speaking of staff are not being paid, I glad look, family. Yeah, you could inbox me on this. Let's take a look at this for sure. We go make a visit. I'm definitely gonna make a visit. There's a video I want to share real quick. What time is it? Okay, there's a video I want to share. Let me go pull this up. Give me a second. Let me go pull this up because I'm sure I brought this out as well. I am sure. Well, at least I think I did. But there's a video about or news article. I don't think I have the article, but I'll still speak on it. So it's been brought to my attention that families, usually over a certain age, at the time when they had the insurance through BARP, decided to go and submit some money and got this extra insurance, I think for $5,000 or so, to help with arrangements if the time should come and in families untimely demise. Usually, you know that the burial is a costly thing and most people don't have the money at the time. So they had this insurance that BART was offering through, I think, one Sagicor or one of these other insurance conglomerates. Guess what? It's been brought to my attention, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, that Sagicor tried to raise the ante up, to try to raise the amount that was being charged. And because BART was like, well, wait a minute, whoa, these are pensioners. Folks ain't got no money and stuff like that. These are retired folks and that kind of thing, you know. You can't just go ahead and raise it like that. And they was like, nah, we gonna raise this. You gonna pay me or else. And guess what? BART was like, nah, we reject that. You reject that? So guess what Sagicor did? And if it's not Sagicor, you know, don't watch the face. But to my understanding, Sagicor canceled the thing. They canceled the whole thing. Like, wait a minute. They cancel it. But wait a minute. How you mean some people pay for insurance, put up money through BARB to get this stuff, and they cancel it? They could do that? That don't sound illegal. So what happened to all those people who paid that money all along? Like, what? So again, I don't know. Have somebody from Sagicor inbox me, come on live here, drop some in the comments below or something. Let's get this straight, because again, family, crimes being committed, and they don't see no investigation or no committee, yet they want to tax the poor man for land tax. Land tax. I hear that. Serious. So all you got to stop letting people continue to do. I like it, Terrell. We gotta stop letting divide. I so serious, man. A lot of good things happening right now, though. I mean, a lot of good things for those paying attention, those in the fade group. I mean, about to get a real jump. That's all I could tell you. If you want to share information, feel free to do so. We have a few ways to contact the group. There's Politically Incorrect website, politically.n.correct246@gmail.com. And there's also the telephone number to the platform, which is 838-8253, if I'm not mistaken. Area code 246. Feel free to drop information in. Feel free to send a WhatsApp message. By the way, shout out to all the people that have been messaging me recently from here, regionally and abroad. I got your messages. Thanks for the communication. Thanks for the heads up. 246-838-8253 is the number again. Feel free to WhatsApp that if you have any thoughts, comments, you want to be a part of this thing. It's a movement going on. I was waiting for some information. I got the information. I get the thing now. So yeah, the wheels turning again. I'm happy about that. Delay is not denied. You see, sometimes you got to walk that wilderness for them couple of years, because sometimes it separates the sheep from the goat. You know what I mean? And in so doing, it would then be more fear to say that the race is not for the swift. You see? Not for the mighty. Imagine that. Not the swift or the mighty, but for he who endure. He or she that endures. Let us endure, family. Make sure we keep our heads on. Make sure we do what we got to do. And make sure we see our way through this, and we think our way through this situation, knowing what we have to do. Not just thinking, because you can overthink, but knowing what you have to do in these times, man. Oh, man. I want the ministry over this project to know I want my money owed. I work. Oh, man, this thing right here. Listen, you want to get your money? Let me show you what to do. All you got to do is tell them you're going to call Politically Incorrect. As a matter of fact, they don't know who you are right now because of your name. And I don't want you to put your name up there right now either. But I'm going to tell you this. All you got to do is mention them. I am going to call Politically Incorrect and give Emmanuel all the details. And I guarantee you, you're going to get yours, because they don't want you doing that. They don't want you doing that at all. So all those who work on that ID project, that work hard as ever, and then get their pay, y'all make some phone calls, formula WhatsApp group, whatever, start conversing, and give Emmanuel a call, give Politically Incorrect a call. As a matter of fact, just again, the number is on the screen. Area code 246-838-8253. WhatsApp me and holla. I guarantee just that alone. Right now, all no phone calls getting made. Yo, hold on, listen, look. Iman just announced to the people call him here when to make sure tomorrow calling people. Yo, I be having fun, man. Let me stop, man. Everything is a scam now. Of course, it's a scam. Who orders 5,000 IDs to start with, 6,000 IDs to start with? Then gonna turn around, get a budget of 10 million to order the rest. Like, where them 5,000, where them come from? Here's a question for you. I have a really pertinent question for you. This may sound like a joke, but is Trident ID, is the people who in charge of the Trident ID, is that a private / governmental entity? Are there private stakeholders, shareholders involved in this ID card thing? And if so, will they have access to all this data and information as well? You know, it's a state-owned entity, right? State-owned enterprise is what they call it, SOE or something like that. State-owned entity. So like the oil company in Barbados. Barbados Oil Company isn't Barbados Oil Company. Barbados own half of it, the other half is private. They don't never tell you the other half belong to. Like the port. The port is Barbados, yes, but it's really only half, because the other half is private, and they never tell you. You could find a law office that takes care of the paperwork and do the hiding, but you can't find out outright who is receiving the benefits. So my question is, the Trident ID, yeah, is that owned by Barbados and Barbadians, or is that private as well, or is it a joint venture? Because if it's a joint venture, he said it was 10 million for the project. What a big lie. Over time, he had yet, oh man, blasted liar. Ooh-wee. So if it's $10 million, why you ain't get your money yet, right? You know why? Listen, listen, I'm telling you, you got the number right there on your screen, family. Make sure you holler at me as soon as possible. I guarantee they're going to reach out. They ain't want that. They gonna make sure they pay the people now, because they going on politically incorrect. That's gonna be a problem. This man gonna put it out there. You know, he don't care. China, oh man, China, stop it. This is not China, and the cars don't belong to China. Stop trying to sell us to the Chinese. It's not fair. Yes, indeed, it's a good question. I totally believe so as well. Totally believe so. Yes, they have to dump a lot of this so-called injection because nobody ain't taking them. Nope. You know, the funny thing is, though, and I want to answer this question again for those who thinking. This the thinking folks. Remember the money they gave the other Eminem guy? The other Eminem guy. You know, the Eminem guy, not the other. Don't go ahead quoting me and say call nobody a guy. That's not what I meant. Whatever happened to the money? But wait, furthermore than the money, if we always got donations of free injections all this time, when they gave money to buy some, what was they buying them for? Who they buying them from? And what was the reason for buying them if you keep getting free ones all the time? And they call them free ones, but let's put it in its right context. They weren't free injections. Yeah, but they were free in essence, yes. But the truth is, they were samples. You call those samples. You know, those were just the samples, but try these and see what happened. Yeah. But had they told you that they were samples, the language would have made you a bit paranoid. I don't know if I want a free sample. You know, it is a free sample because it was a sample. They were sampling it. They were sampling it on you. But I really feel sorry for people, man. Like, I really do feel a bit funny. I do feel funny, especially the way things are unfolding every day. You're hearing something else new. Even in terms of the lockdown. Like, you never hear anybody boasting about the lockdown. Like, yo, man, the lockdowns really, really worked. Like, lockdowns was a great idea. Like, at first, I was a bit skeptical, but man, I am so glad they did that lockdown. No, you're hearing the quite complete opposite. As a matter of fact, you were hearing the opposite from everybody, even those who supported it at first. Those are the most quiet ones, though, for some reason. People lost their jobs. People were stuck in their house. The abuse, the psychological effects on the adults, on the children, the damage. I mean, oh my goodness. There's so much backlash from that right now. It's like never, ever again in the history of man do they ever want to repeat that. So the question is, wait a minute, man. Nobody is having this conversation in the Caribbean. I mean, the world is talking about these things on the first world country level. That's what they call it that. But yet you ain't hearing nothing from nobody in the Caribbean, as if the Caribbean people numb, dumb, and exempt from pain and suffering. You ain't hearing nothing from none of the Caribbean leaders about reviews, studies, recognizing, well, you know what? There may have been some decisions we made that perhaps wasn't in the best. And you hearing this all across the globe. People are speaking out. Researchers are talking. Papers are being written. Stuff is being. I mean, people are discussing this left, right, and center. But the Caribbean, mute. Okay. Send me the copy. Send me a copy. Front page this son. Somebody inbox it. Inbox. Make sure you send me that copy, man. Let me see what's going on with that for sure. Monica said the black market. You mean the white market? That's what you mean. Totally true, man. Totally true. Anyhow, family. I so much I would like to say here. In the fullness of time, though. In the fullness of time. Kanye West. Semitic people. Anti-Semitic. Black people. They say black people, but we should have never accept that. See, by accepting that term, it kind of blanks out any other idea what you could be. So you can't be nothing else but black. Full stop. I don't identify with any nation. I Vincentian now. I Bajan now. I this now because I black. But you ain't identifying with nothing else as if the Chinese born in the Caribbean. I'm tired of saying that, man. Is anything other than Chinese. Even in Guyana, with the little so-called Indian appearance, they will still tell you, well, my family is Chinese. You don't say my family is Guyanese. They quick to say my family is Chinese. Even, I mean, they so much want to identify with China, like that's a honor, a badge. Like, I proud to be Chinese, although I got only one drop of Chinese blood, what they call Chinese, which is funny because everybody came from Africa. You hear Chinese boasting about my four parents, my great grandparents, my great used to be African. Stop short. Anyhow, family, there's some documentaries that's out. One is called Hebrews to Negroes. You probably find a few trailers online. Sorry, I don't have this yet. I think Marcia Weeks. Shout out to Marcia Weeks, by the way. Matter of fact, shout out to the Weeks family, Marcia Weeks and Dave Weeks. They got some powerful films out. I got a chance to finally seeing Joseph. Let me tell you something. You haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a must see. I think they do shows as well. You got to link up with Marcia, find out how to see that film, Joseph, and the one on Barrow, which I haven't seen Barrows yet, but definitely Joseph, you must go see it. So shout out to the family as well for that. But Hebrew to Negroes is, you're going to find some clips online and you can go check that out. Also, there's one called, as a matter of fact, let me see if I get that name up. What is it called? What's it called? I'm just going to pull this up real quick, show what it looks like. Let me just share the screen real quick. It's another one called Whitewash. I think it's called Whitewash. You can go check it out. But Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. This is deeper than Black America here. The Caribbean have a really significant role to play in the scheme of things. And we have not even realized, or we have not even come to grips with the significance and the importance of this region on a global scale. And this is why they have kept us in the dark or made attempts to keep us in the dark for so long. Truth and the fact is, we were preserved for such a time as now. Why? Because while the world was going on, a lot of us were kept here, preserved for time. Well, now, family, that time is upon us. It is resurrection time. It's time to wake up it's time to arise, rather. Let me use my words wisely. It's time to arise from that state of slumber. It's time to arise from that state of sleep. It's time to get up and brush off the dust and wipe the coal from your eye. See what's going on in BIM and the Caribbean and why. So yeah, I'm improvising the tune there. But family, I can't stress it enough, family. The role at the Caribbean, not the West Indies. You see, there's a difference between the Caribbeans, the Caribbeans, and the West Indies. This is the illusion they try to play with you. Well, y'all the West Indies. No, we're not. It's not the West India. It's not the West of India. We have perpetuated this lie for such a long time that we start to believe the lie. And all the lies we've been told over and over and over and over and over again. We are the Semitic people. We are the Semitic people from the whole continent of Africa, including Sub-Sahara and the whole nine. Facts. We are those ones. And I am saying, like Ezekiel Bones family, once you hear those words, once you hear the frequency, the the I am, the words that resonate from the consciousness to the unconscious, then guess what? Arise, 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 family. This is the awakening. This is the resurrection that you've been waiting for. The resurrection isn't going to come after, it's going to come before. You see what I'm saying? Oh man, boy, I see a lot of information start coming out here now, man. We had called Leslie Haynes. Remember back in the days, I thought Leslie was a female till I met him and told him I thought he was she, but he's really a he. I mean, he said he was going to come on politically incorrect. Maybe I'll call him and see if he's going to come on now. I'll call him tomorrow, I promise. Of course, he'd probably say no, because they all say no. They scared to death. They go on any other program but politically incorrect. What I tell y'all, they go anywhere. And again, I have an open invitation to our prime servant. Please, somebody can pass that message to her. She knows how to reach me, I am sure. Her assistant is one of my Facebook friends, apparently. I didn't even know that till she made it known, reluctantly. Yeah, I said it. So you know how to reach me, man. But yeah, tell her she has an open invitation to come here. And your family, go watch this information. If you can get your hands on a copy, I think it's circulating in Barbados. I know a few people who have copies. You might find it online. I'm not sure. Do some research. If I do get a link, I'll share it. If it is a case where you got to purchase the DVD or something, maybe I'll buy it and do a movie night where we could just shoot it live on the podcast here, and or do a Zoom where you could just plug in and watch it. Do a little popcorn night on the Zoom privately. And you know what? I wonder if we could do that though, like a Zoom night kind of thing, And yeah, though, do a little movie night on Zoom. So you sit home, your TV, your smart TV, cast it on the TV and watch it with the family. So those who know how to do that, inbox me. Let's see if we can do a movie night, maybe next week, Saturday or something, and see if we can get one of these documentaries up, Hebrews to Negroes. I would give Marcy a shout, see if she could talk to the brethren, because I think she did have the brother on her platform as well, Mr. Dalton, and see if he's willing to be a part of that. I think that'd be a great idea. Maybe Marcy and I could collaborate on that. I'll ask her a question and see what we could do. In the meantime, family, be good, be true, and stay loyal to you, family first. Remember that. Broadcast media, these people sick. And sick. They need a reality check, family. Real thing. They're gonna get it though. Mark my word, man. Mark my word, man. Reality check. You're gonna pay them all right. Pay them with a reality check. Let me just drop this tune here though. I think I like this one. If I'm not mistaken, we're gonna get this tune. I got a tune. I ain't hear this tune in a while, right? So I'm looking for it. We used to play this back in the days. Hold on. Yeah, this should be it right here. There you go. I ain't hear this tune in a minute. So we're gonna rock this. We're gonna rock this tonight for sure. We're gonna rock this. Anyhow, family, give me your thoughts on tonight's platform. Give me your thoughts. Oh man, go ahead, teach, brother. Teach, man. We are that great nation. We are that. We are. I am that I am. And I am because we are Ubuntu, one family. We all need them to give us authority and approval. Claim your inheritance. Family, you ain't black, you ain't beige, and you ain't none of that. Claim your inheritance. Know yourself, family. Know yourself, family. Know yourself. Straight up, man. Emancipate yourself from that mental slavery, family. Is a fact. I keep telling people, slavery began on the day of emancipation. Prior to that, We were enslaved. We were prisoners. We were in bondage. On the day of emancipation is when we became slaves. Check it out. Check it out. Put the shackles from off your hand. They took the shackles from off their hand and put them on your mind, man. So it's time to shake off them chains, though, family. It's time to shake them chains off, man. Completely off. So that's what we're talking about, man. Straight up. Having said that, let me go and drop this right here real quick, family. I ain't even playing. Share this video real quick. What if I could do that like this again? Let me see if I can do it like that. Would it allow me to? They didn't allow me to do it. Learning some stuff here, though. I got it covered, man. I got it covered. Give thanks to the ability to unlearn and relearn. Straight up, man. Yeah, though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Loyal to the awakening. Morgan Heritage. Do it, people. Rise up and live.
Rise up and live, family.
Rise up and live.
Rise up and live.
Rise up and live, yeah. Now behold, we awake. We awake.
We awake.
Now behold, we awake. We awake. I are done. With them lies and propaganda.
Done with the lies and propaganda. Semitic people. Semitic people. Stand up, stand up, stand up. The originals, man.
2,000 years of mental slavery.
Facts.
Cast these chains from us.
No.
Because we are of spirituality. So let your light shine from us. Just if we run them, run them,
run them, run them.
Run the deceivers and liberate the mass.
Liberate your mass.
We run them, run them, run them. Run the deceivers and liberate the mass. The world is in a conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Oh, conscious state of mind. Done, family. We're done with them, man. We're done with them, man. On fire upon a politician.
Behold, we awake. We awake. Now behold, we awake. We awake.
Politician, man. What's polluting the place, man?
Oh, yeah. Just hear me now. The truth we are find out for ourselves.
Yes.
But no teacher come teach we nothing else. The internet back where you them and now they want to censor them. Where do they want to research and then start to enlighten friends? When in a conscious state of
research and enlighten friends.
A conscious state of
politically incorrect.
This is how the world that goes.
Evidence is there, family.
It's now become the awakening.
Black and white march side by side.
Yes.
In this fight to liberate those enslaved by the mind. No longer shall we tolerate and turn a blind eye to what is going on worldwide when leaders congregate. They congregate not for the benefit of I and I, but control us on the false pretense.
False pretense. Hold on. I gotta pull out a gear. Hold on, wait. Let me just put that for pause real quick. Let me ask y'all a question. I see recently they had a thing they called COP27. I remember it was COP28, COP26 last year. I didn't even realize how whole year done passed so fast. Like y'all realize a whole year done passed, and we've gotten nowhere fast. And you back up there, 27 COP, talking the same thing from before, like nothing ever happened. Let me tell you something, right? You see the games they play? You back there, Miss Prime Servant. This for you, man. On the real. You know what happens when politicians get played by bigger politicians, like big fish eat little fish? Imagine that. Last year was a big thing, COP26, big speech. The whole world loved it. This year is like the same crap. Like people like, okay, we're tired of you now. You know, like, we're tired of you now, man. Like you say the same thing. Ain't nobody listening? Because ain't nothing changed in a whole year. Situation just get worse and worse and worse. Prices going up and up and up. And you talking. You want real effective leadership? Tell you what, why don't you just step down and let the Rastaman take over? And I guarantee you that the results that you cannot achieve, the results that you go there and talk about, and you can't get the people at all to listen to you and do what they're supposed to do, the things you're trying to accomplish and can't get it done, I guarantee you within the first month.
Yeah, man. Loyal to the awakening. Ordinary.
Get it done.
People,
You want that?
rise up and
give me the raise and what?
Rise up, rise up.
Rise up and
give me the raise and what?
Rise up, rise up.
Transform the world in a month.
Now behold the awakening. Now behold the awakening. I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done. The world is in a conscious state of mind. Conscious state of mind. I and I are done.
Police and prison.
2,000 years of mental slavery. Cast these chains from us.
Yes.
Sons and daughters, we are of spirituality.
Yes.
So let your light shine from us. Judge us if we run them. Run the deceivers and liberate the mass. Judge us if we run them. Run the deceivers and liberate the mass. The world is in a conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
A conscious state of mind. I and I are done. Now behold the awakening. Now behold the awakening. I and I are done.
Yes.
With them lies and propaganda.
I got one more for the man. Let's got one more for the man. Just one more for the man. Let me get him this one instead. Hold on.
They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown.
It's for COP 27, man.
I say no man curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a driver. But I'm so solid as a rock. They just can't stop me now.
They can't stop us now, family. They can't stop
Even
us.
when they said they're trapped, they just can't stop me now.
They can't stop us.
People will say this and that. They just can't stop me now.
They can't stop us now, man. They can't stop us now, man.
Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now.
They can't stop us, family.
When they come with their evil thought, I just listen whenever they talk. I used to light into my dog. He cut and clear all my fault. They fight me without a cause, trying to make my life so hard. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, evil shall reward. So solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now.
Got one more film, man. Hold on.
And there is no time and no place for your reason. Junkies watch your thoughts, they manifest activities of your thinking. And we thank you for being a part of my life.
Just one more, family.
Them I wonder how we do this, them do with hate and hunger. Future profit, but as my locks get longer, hidden heart it a twist. No spread no propaganda, cause you can't stop this. Now them I wonder how they get to you, just let them go with hate and hunger. With the profit, but as we locks get longer, hidden heart it a knit. We no beg no fee, no sponsor, so no can't stop this. Just say no about me, yes, and some me no business. Oh, this happy every nation. This you have to do, no man, no better than Jah. And now we are run the crew. Wanna come in on 2002.
Got one more, man. It's got one more. Got one more, man.
Now in comes the musical thing from the King's Offspring.
One more film, man. One more film, man. Just one more film, family.
Some people you're right.
One more film, man.
And them still choose to show you hate.
Yes. Run them out.
To your yard.
Yes.
From them a play bad young, I them a backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas. The spreaders of
hold on, pull it for the top. Don't trust no politician, family. Don't trust them.
Now in comes the musical thing.
Real, stay real.
From the King's Offspring. Yes, Lord.
Like to you, man.
Some people you're right, and them still choose to show you hate. Run them out of your yard. From them a play bad young, I them a backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors.
Rasta gonna address the UN again.
Hypocritical to sideless. We call
2023 family.
Judas.
2023 family.
Rumors.
Yeah, Rastafari.
So why should I be afraid of you when you bleed
just like we
do? The more you try fight, judge a light keeps shining too. So I've got no time for you, cause in my view you wanna step in on my shoe. You wish you never leave alone and feel so damn confused. How every day you wake you ache because you know you're fake, and every step you take I bring you closer to your grave. But I am like a column when I
easily shake.
Me certain say I feel me none of who can't take. We guided by the monster defender of the faith. Yes.
Ordained to be great.
Oh, them a backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas.
Yes, family.
Spreaders of rumors. Oh, them a backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. But your teeth and tongue gonna let you down. Reward for your words shall be profound. Oh, screw all you want, but I do one drown. Me slew you like Goliath with a stone from a crown. Not even the dog that beset on the wall of Babylon
escape in these times.
So word to the wise, choose the right side, and down to be hindered by your foolish pride. I said no
weapon.
Against
no weapon, family.
Prosper.
So to the whole Caribbean family. The whole Caribbean
and face disaster.
One order.
Backbiters, hypocritical to sight.
Love is love, family.
We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Hold them a backbite.
Get to you.
Hypocritical to sight.
Only get to you.
We call them modern day Judas.
Stand down and stand by, man.
Spreaders of rumors.
Stand down and stand by.
But I'm on deny concoctions.
Yes.
Don't give me slip when me never see a slip.
Yes.
Don't give me stew, not even cash use. And someone say me paro, someone
just love, family, just love.
But I can't forget what I love to the Jews and what his friends did to the tough gang too. All in the name of suppressing the truth. But I absolutely
listen.
Cause them are backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Oh, them are backbiters, hypocritical to sideless. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Oh, them are backbiters, hypocritical to sideless.
You don't know,
we call
family.
them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors.
You don't know, family.
Oh, them are backbiters.
Modern day.
I don't trust no politician. They all lack vision. We, the children of today, are on a mission.
That's right.
To fulfill the promise of tomorrow. Rastafari lead the way, care not what anyone said. Love, love, love.